Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and beautiful warning about today's episode. The Tuesday, February 11 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises to be noteworthy for a disastrous reason. It's all recap. According to the teaser for the half hour, Steffy, Ridge, and Taylor simply retell the story of Finn's wife being kidnapped by Luna and his breaking through a door to save her. Now we're used to the show repeating itself a lot, but we have this question for the powers that be: why? We don't need to be hit over the head with a reminder of what Luna did to Steffy as you build up to Finn's admission that the killer is his daughter. And you have a whole canvas of underserved characters on whom you could spend the day focusing instead. Personally, I'd love to see what a typical day for Eric and Donna is like. Now that they're an old married couple, is the spark still there? Do they have long debates about Brooke's betrayal in accepting the CEO job from Carter? Have they taken up pickleball for real? What does Zend do in his off hours? It always seemed bizarre to us that the one-time playa wasn't dating up a storm. But maybe he is. Maybe Bold and Beautiful could show us how busy he's getting in his downtime. All the better to set up a potentially more meaningful romance with. And what about Deacon and Sheila? We know that she has storyline coming up via new grand murderess Luna. But how is she really dealing with the fact that she's now a 9-to-5 pizza slinger? Is she bored out of her gourd? Do customers point fingers at her? Does anyone even protest that the psycho who shot her son and daughter-in-law is running around free as a bird? Does Liam even have a life anymore? Isn't it past time that he found out Ivy is back in Lay? As into him as she still was the last time we saw her, wouldn't she have immediately looked him up upon returning? Does Poppy serve any purpose but to get yelled at by literally everybody? In the few minutes that she's off the heat seat, is she job hunting? Writing poetry? Jarring essential oils? What? We could go on. Does Katie even think about going on the occasional date? Is Bridget carrying on a torrid affair with a hospital orderly that we've just never been shown? Heck, why not give us an episode set in France, so we can get some vague sense of whether Thomas is really in love with fiancé Paris, or faking it because he's marriage-obsessed and desperate to stay away from Hope. Bold and beautiful preview. Steffy voices her fears regarding her marriage to Finn, and Hope is stunned by Carter's request. The truth about Luna's actual father continues to spill out this week on Bold and Beautiful. Plus, as hinted in the latest preview, there looks to be trouble in paradise for both Hope and Steffy's relationships. Daphne Rose put the moves on Carter last week, and he struggled to resist her and her scents. Hope, meanwhile, got into it with Steffy, who she was sure was up to no good. Steffy decided her plan needed tinkering, and it was time to turn Hope and Carter against one another. On top of that, Brooke came in hard with a guilt trip, which she laid on Carter about the hurt he has caused to so many he supposedly cared about. Coming up, Carter tells Hope, "I'm having a hard time here. If you apologize." Hope is aghast and says, "You want me to apologize to Ridge and Steffy?" Given this was all Carter's plan from the beginning, shouldn't he be apologizing too? After Poppy assured Finn that he was not Luna's father, Finn conducted his own paternity test and discovered that in fact, he is the young woman's father. Finn struggled to tell Steffy by last week's end, but did he? One thing is for sure, his mother knows and offers him comfort this week. Lai tells Finn, "It's ok, son, I know." He asks, "You know?" She nods, "You and my sister?" As for Steffy, she voices her fears to her parents, saying, "Finn and I have been through more than any couple ever should." She later adds, "I don't think this feeling is ever going to go away. Just wait until they all find out Finn's daughter with Poppy is living at beautiful spoilers." Lai cuts Poppy off when Finn reveals Luna's paternity. The Bold in the Beautiful spoilers document that Lai Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, will soon reverse her apology tour. Rather than feeling compelled to explain her behavior, she will learn that her younger sister's reputation is worse than what was ever expected. As it turned out, Poppy Nozawa Romy Park violated Lei's family's sanctity as her older sister assumed all those soapy years ago. But instead of Poppy having an affair with Lei's now ex-husband, Jack Finnegan, Ted King, she had a fling with John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Lei never thought that her adopted son was involved with Poppy to that extent. She and Jack recently spoke fondly of the time Poppy spent in their home when Finn was just starting college. Novlin's character was introduced as part of a move to break the triangle pattern. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Messinswood, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, were part of for many years. As viewers recall, Steffy opened her eyes and saw a vision standing at the foot of her bed. That sight was Finn, who was the doctor assigned to her second motorcycle accident incident. Her heart and Finn's stirred, and they became a married couple with a young son. Steffy was later horrified when learning that Sheila Carter Sharp Kimberlyn Brown was Finn's biological mother. Viewers never saw Lei, Jack, Finn, and Poppy during the time frame that is currently being discussed. That's because those characters were years away from being introduced. Finn's post-high school year was a time he had valued highly, telling his adopted aunt that she had changed his life. But now that he confirmed Poppy lied to him and denied him the right to know and raise his daughter, Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, all perceptions have radically shifted. Luna grew up in what she describes as a dysfunctional childhood. She cites that as an excuse for the 2 murders she committed, and for having kidnapped and intending to kill Steffy. Finn hasn't and won't buy that, and neither does her troubled mother. Lei will enjoy a short-lived period of peace, followed by an eruption that will top the vitriol Poppy and Jack recently experienced during his forced paternity test. She and Jack will likely share exasperation and question their son's character to a degree, with Matsuda's character scorning and banishing her again. But Poppy will be Lei's specific laser focus for having corrupted Finn, so the 2 reconciliation efforts will be shattered. The search for Luna has already started with Poppy and Finn surprised by their inability to see her at the prison where she was initially held. Both characters might need to put their animosity aside while viewers see parallel scenes of Luna lounging in Bill Spencer's Don Diamond mansion. Knowing the enormity of the admission that he will be making, Finn struggles emotionally with how to tell Steffy the truth. On the tail of Brooke's plea to Ridge, he doubles down on his rebound relationship and shares a special moment with Taylor. It's been a while since we've seen Henry Joseph Samiri, and now the actor has some exciting news to share. Steffy, Ridge, and Taylor recount Finn saving Steffy from Luna, and how glad they are that she is locked away. They could always just read the recap of that episode. Poppy begs Finn not to tell Steffy about Luna. But could he live with his guilty conscience if he kept a secret so ginormous from his wife? Luna wants to say something to her mother and asks Bill for help. "Kid, there's not a big enough way to say, 'Sorry, I framed you for 2 murders and tried to steal your boyfriend out from under you.'" Light bulb moment. Daphne's been flirting up a storm with Carter at every opportunity. At last, he realizes that she may have more than perfume in mind. Steffy should know as well as anyone that one never plots with an open door. Yet Brooke overhears part of her Daphne's conversation. It's a day full of dramatic boardroom drama and burgeoning love for Will and Elektra. It's unclear whether the 2 are related. What boardroom drama could Will get caught up in as an intern? Time for the old razzle-dazzle as Ivy and Elektra's jewelry line launches at Forrester Creations.